First Corinthians 3 and 9, and it says, for we are laborers together with the Most High. Ye are the Most High's husbandry, ye are the Most High's building.
Right, we are the Most High's building, so the Lord is building upon his men. Okay, and if the Most High does anything, as we just read, it's going to stand forever. It's going to always remain. It's always going to be established. But Allah can only but last for so long. That's in Proverbs 12. So all of these other establishments that are not established by the Heavenly Father, they're going to be put out eventually. Okay, all of these philosophies or men, or should I say all of these men of different philosophies that come up in the midst of YouTube, like the Apostle, says master speakers, master teachers about people, they get shut down. And how long do they last? They only last for a short period of time. You don't ever see them again. Okay? Because Jake has to always feel he has to stick his head up into the business of the Lord, so that he can prove himself to be somebody. Listen, bro, you'll be somebody in the kingdom. Right now, you just gotta bear the cross. Being ain't shit, man. Okay? That's the thing. Now, you can be somebody if you wake up to the truth. That's the only way you can be somebody, man. But if you're not waking up to this truth, you ain't shit right now. Especially if you tied with the devil. Alright? So forget about you. You're going to be that. Alright, yeah, so you get Ezra 4, brother. You can't shot. Because there was a physical temple, or should I say, right, the temple was being built. And guess what, the other nations, they wanted to be a part of that building as well. But then the Israelites said, look, what do you have to do with this building? You have nothing to do with this. And that's what we say to other guys out there. What do you have to do with it? You got other Edomites that are trying to find some kind of loophole into this thing. You can't come into this thing, man. Okay? And even if you get mad, all you're going to do is build us up. That animosity, that energy is going to be transformed into a positive energy, man, to us. Because guess what the scripture says? The scripture says, blessed are they that men shall revile you. So it's a beautiful thing that we're being reviled against y'all, man. Right. Alright? So that's what I mean by turning the negative to a positive in our world. Okay? And it also says, woe unto you when men speak greatly of you. That's in the book of 6, and I believe it's 25 to 26. Okay? So we don't want you lots to speak good of us. We want you guys to do what you're doing. Try to resist the truth. Because all you're going to be doing is proving that we're the men of the Lord, man. We're the men that's written up in this book. That's all you're going to prove. Go on, bro.
This is Romans chapter 16.
So either you support us or you don't support us, we still grow anyway. Go on, bro.
Romans chapter 16, verse 17. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offences contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them. Right? So those false prophets, like all those people, you're supposed to avoid them, man. Not go into a building and have a debate with them. Those guys.
That's another thing I could deal with as well.
Yeah.
You got Israelites out there that's coinciding with the conscious community.
Yeah.
And pretty much interviewing these other guys that are against what we believe in now. Okay? So you're gonna have them kind of spirits, they're gonna be tossed out of there when the destruction comes around. They're gonna be linked in the same devil they're trying to link themselves with. Okay? That's why it says in John 8, you are your father the devil, and the lust of your father evil. Jehoshua knew who the devil was, and the devil was the Romans, the Edomites. And he knew that those Sadducees and Pharisees, they were established by the Roman government and he don't know. So he said that's why he said that. Alright? But those of you jakes out there that follow behind the tongues of Esau, you're just going exactly where the devil is going now. And the devil is going to perdition, and you're going to that same road to perdition. You'll go to Ezra.
Ezra 4. Start from verse 1?
Yeah.
Ezra chapter 4, verse 1. Now when the adversaries of Judah and Benjamin heard that the children of the captivity builded the temple unto the Lord God of Israel, then they came to Zerubbabel and to the chief of the fathers and said unto them, let us build with you, for we seek your God.
Right, we seek your God. And you can tell, man, these guys, these agents, they really want to be down with us. But we don't allow everybody to be down with us. Because you're not of the tribe of Israel, you're not a part of the covenant. And you cannot be down with us. This has nothing to do with you. Okay, and this is why also Vocab and his characters that he's with, they're trying to frustrate this thing because they figure, well, if we can't destroy them, if we can't take what they got down, or if they say we can't be a part of it, then you know what, we might as well destroy them because they have that animosity now. Go on, bro.
As ye do, and we do sacrifice unto him since the days of Esarhaddon, the king of Assyria, which has brought us up with her. But Zerubbabel and Jeshua and the rest of the chief of the fathers of Israel said unto them, ye have nothing to do with us to build an house unto our God, but we ourselves together will build unto the Lord thy God of Israel.
What verse here, brother?
Verse 3.
Verse 3.
As the king Cyrus and the king of Persia, but we ourselves together will build unto the Lord God of Israel, as King Cyrus and the king of Persia have commanded us.
Right, so it was commanded by, what is it, Darius, right? Darius the king. Darius the king gave an edict to the Jews to rebuild the temple. All right? And obviously those other nations, they had a problem with them. They felt isolated, they got jealous. So what they wanted to do, they wanted to try and build with the Israelites, but the Israelites said, look, what do you have to do with all of this stuff here? All right? And as you read on down, you're going to find out what these nations were doing. And this is talking about troublous times. Okay? Yeah, let him finish that, brother. A couple of verses that
Ezra chapter 4, verse 4. Then the people of the land weakened the hands of the people of Judah and troubled them in building, and hired counselors against them.
Right, and hired counselors against them. So they went and told on the counselors, powers that be, that had, you know, people that had certain levels of powerful positions, to come to upset the building of the temple. Go on.
To frustrate their purpose all the days of Cyrus, king of Persia, even until the reign of Darius, the king of Persia.
Yeah, so that's pretty much all I need on that. So that's what's happening right now on the spiritual level, because here it is, we're building on what we have, and then you have agents out there that are trying to break this thing down. We got going on, because when you really check it out, I noticed something, right? When you read the scriptures, every time Israel came together to reform themselves, all the other nations always had a problem with that.
Yeah.
They always have an issue when Jake come together and build on something. Go on, bro.
Yeah, because it's like a love-hate. It's a love-hate thing. They secretively love us, man. Like they wanna dress like us. They wanna have the same style as us, but they want our women, right? So when they were building, that was probably their secret intent, was trying to get our women, or trying to get our land or something, man. Trying to get our resources. They wanted what we wanted. But then when we said, "Go fuck yourself," that's when the true nature came out, and they said, all right, so you want to play like that, you know what I'm saying? Well, that's how they felt inside all along. Right. It's only when we told them to go shove themselves, that's when that demons came out in them, man. Right, the truth came out in them, man. But that's how they felt all along. They always, the scriptures tell you in Ezekiel that we was more fair than all the other trees. Right. And the other trees, they envied us, man. Right. And I believe it's in Ezekiel 31. All right. The other trees, they always envied us, man. The other nations, they always envied the olive tree, man, which is us. Okay. So, like I said, they always gonna have a problem. They feel threatened. Like the time we exit Egypt, by the millions, all the nations they feared, man. Because they always heard that we were down in the mud for centuries underneath the ancient Egyptians. So when they finally heard that we gathered together to migrate out, they were shitting this, so they were like, what the hell's going on here? That was a change of the times, man.
And that's powerful you make that point right there, because when when the Messiah returns and delivers us, men like us, these other nations are going to have that same mentality. They're going to be like, what the hell has happened here?
These people are developing their sense. They come together.
And a miraculous thing happened to them. They got delivered miraculously. So this is something that Esau and these other nations, they don't want that. They don't want us to come together. They don't want us to build and find out that we're the Israelites. And what Esau hates the most, is the fact that we're the Israelites and we're not calling ourselves after the titles he named us. We're not calling ourselves black people. We're not calling ourselves all of these different state terminologies that, as you can see here. Yeah, so that's what Esau is mad about, man. Esau is mad about this. Okay? Because this is something that Esau only wanted to know. And I'm dealing with Esau right now because he's the main one that's got all of the records and the documentation. And he's the one that's in power plus. So I'm pretty pinpointing Esau right now. But as a whole, all of these other nations, they always had a problem with Israel coming to restore themselves. Because they always felt like, okay, well, these people are very talented. They're talented people anyway, so they all come together, they're going to do better than us. And that's the fear of these other nations. And really it's because they're jealous of us, man. Okay? And that's why the Arabs, they all gathered together to put us in slavery so that they can benefit. Along with Esau. So that was that hidden jealousy that they've always had, man. Go on, brother, shoot out.
This is Psalms 2:1, and it says, why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing?
Right, it says, why do the heathen rage and why do the people imagine a vain thing? Because it is vain to think that, okay, these guys here, they're blacks. They bring out certain scriptures, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to come around them and say a couple of things to try to upset what they got going on and so that they can withdraw from their purpose. That's not, because we're not just niggas in the world. We're not as simpletons like Esau, as they want to think. They want to think that we're just so-called Negroes. And they want to think that, we came to the conclusion by ourselves that we found out who we are. No. What they ought to know is the fact that the Lord gave us this information. The Lord is building us up the way that we're being built up. So by them knowing that now they have to look at it from a different standpoint of view. Because the way they're coming at us, they think they can come at us a certain way, but that way it's not working. Alright? And it's really because they're scared shitless, because they know when it's all said and done, when these people wake up to who they are, the real Jews, right, that the Bible talks about, then the Messiah is going to make his second return, and this society is going to light up on fire.
That's right!
That's what the hell is going to happen, man. You feel that? That's what the fuck is going to happen. So there's no putting it off, man. Okay, once the elect of the nation of Israel wake up to who they are, this place is finished, man. This place is kaput.
That's what they're scared of.
And that's what they're scared of. But Esau thinks that if the majority of Israel is blind and out there, then they can still keep doing what they're doing. But the only thing that the Lord needs is to select few men. That's it. To get other things percolating, man. All right, brother. So read that.
Psalms 2:2, and it says, the kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder.
Let's break them apart. That's what they're basically saying. Let's break them apart, and so that we can rule over them, and that we can rest our legs and chill and relax. Because when we come into power, we gonna be kicking their ass, man. We was doing it back then.
They know they're going into slavery.
And they know they're going into slavery. So that's why they shoot themselves. That's why vocab and his fucking fat faces shoot themselves, man. Okay? Because at the end of the day, he don't want to accept that we're the Jews, man. He don't want to come to that conclusion as we come to that conclusion. And he's doing more watching the videos than we're doing, as he's, proclaimed. So therefore, if anything, he knows what we're saying is true. But I think what it is, he's got animosity towards us, and he's an agent too.
Right.
So those are the two reasons why he's going hard against the Hebrew Israelites, man. But all of that energy is not going to amount to anything. It's all of that energy is going to transfer itself into positive energy in our eyes. And we're going to use that energy, and we're going to be more on fire about this thing. All right? And then we're going to have way more to talk about, man, to convince the word of the Lord as being the truth, man. All right? Anyway, read on.
It says, verse 3, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us.
Right, and cast away their cords from us, man. Go on.
He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh, the Lord shall have them in derision.
Right, and the Lord is going to have them in derision. The same way the Lord had us in derision, they're going to be had in derision. And the Lord is laughing at what's going on here, because these powers that be, right, and I'm talking about all these political figureheads as well, that are scattered around the world, okay, like the people in Pakistan, the leaders of India, all these different leaders of the world, they know who the real Jews are. They know this. And they know they have a portion of those people in their lands. So their thing is to oppress those people and to hide those people from who they really are. That's in the book of Psalms 83, as we just read. Okay? Let's put them off from being a nation. Because Esau's cool when we call ourselves black. And we call ourselves, oh, I'm a part of the Black Panther. And we call ourselves Rastafari. And all of these different dogmas that we follow under. But when it comes to us being who we really are, oh no.
Yeah.
We can't go that far. Oh no. We're not gonna have to do that. Okay? That's a no-no. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna serve agents. We're gonna threaten your life if necessary, so that you can withdraw from your purpose. Okay? And if that doesn't work, then we're just gonna put you to death. But that's alright, because that's a prophecy that the men of the Lord will be put to death and be risen again. And then the Lord's purpose will still be fulfilled. So, see, listen, man. You guys out there don't have a clue what the hell you're dealing with. I'll tell you what we do. I'll give him a clue. What you got? Give me Acts 5 and 38, man. We're gonna read that again. Give me what you got, brother.
And it says, verse 5, then shall he speak unto them in his wrath and vex them in his own displeasure.
And that's what's gonna ultimately happen, man. These nations, they're gonna get together. They're gonna go blow for blow, and they're gonna set those missiles up against each other, and that's gonna be the end of the world. That's gonna be the end of the rulership of these nations, man. All right, fire. That's what it's gonna be. They're gonna be put up in smoke. Right? And all of their lies that they've been perpetrating for as long as we know, that's going to be put out as well. But this truth that we have is going to stand forever. And the menace of the truth, the menace of the book, they're going to stand forever.
Right.
You see that? Go on, bro.
Acts chapter 5, verse 38. And now I say unto you, refrain from these men and let them alone. For if this counsel or this work be of men.
So if this counsel or this work, what we're doing is of men. Yeah.
For if this counsel or this work be of men.
This is what they think. They also think that this is a counsel of men. This is a doctrine of men. This ain't no doctrine of men. This is the doctrine of the Allah.
That's right.
That's what this is. And that's what they don't understand. But in due time, they will understand that we are the prophets of the Lord. We know that already. We already know that, right? But they don't know it yet. But when they do know, they're going to be found ashamed of themselves. Okay? And then they're going to have to really look at us in the light that they didn't want to look at us as. They're not going to have no choice. Okay? So I want you to rerun that again, brother.
So it says, verse 38, and now I say unto you, refrain from these men and let them alone. For if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught.
Right, it will come to naught. So if this is a counsel of men, this can be deconstructed. It can be refuted. Okay, there's brothers out there that have experienced, that have had their lives threatened, that have been in prison and all kinds, but they still are doing this. The Spirit of the Lord propels them somehow, some way to keep doing His work, because the Lord is what the Lord has in plan or in store. That's what's going to count the most, man. That's what counts. That's what's really pretty much running things, man. The prophecies and the word of the Lord. That's what's running things. I want you to give me Proverbs 19 and 21, brother. That's what's making an effect. The things that's written in this book is what's making the grand effect on the planet. Not what some old sneezy, fat-faced individual got to say. Okay? That's just the whole thing. That's just the whole thing. I want you to read that one more time and then give me Proverbs 19.
And now I say unto you, refrain from these men and let them alone.
Right.
For if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught.
So if this counsel be of men, it will come to naught.
Baba Kasha, could you just read 39 to yeah? Baba
You
Kasha.
gonna get that, brother. You gonna be 39.
But if it be of the Most High, ye cannot overthrow
But
it.
if it be of the Most High, you cannot overthrow it. Okay, you cannot overthrow it. And the reason as to why you cannot overthrow it, because the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, approves of this.
That's right.
So it says, least haply ye be found even to fight against the Most
And that's
High.
what they're doing. But like I said, they're going to realize that. They're going to realize that a lot of these Asians out there, a lot of these so-called, school of theology, scholars of theology, right? Which the word theo means God and the word ology means the study of. Those that claim to know the Most High concerning the Bible, they're going to find out, as they already found out already, that they don't know a damn thing. And what they're going to find out also is that they're fighting against the Most High.
That's right.
They did, yeah.
That's what they find out. And that right there, if you don't know that, then you don't know what the book, you don't even know half of the book.
That's
man.
right,
If you don't know half of the book, listen, man, just stop what you're doing and go back and get your money, man. Get your money back. Okay? And just be a regular nigga in the world or a regular crack in the world. Okay? So I want you to read, you read that, so I want you to read Proverbs 19 and 21.
So
This is my favorite scripture right here.
Proverbs 19 and 21, and it says, there are many devices in a man's heart. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord that shall
Right.
stand.
So there's many devices in a man's heart. In other words, the mind of the man, right? But the counsel of the Lord, that shall stand. So this is part of his counsel. The gathering that you see here, okay, the brothers that are waking up around the four corners of the earth, that's a part of the counsel of the Lord. And that cannot be overthrown. And this is why I notice as well, you don't have pastors coming up here trying to debate with us, because they know that they're going to lose, man. Go on, brother.
Psalms 105, verse, let me start from verse 11. Saying, unto thee will I give the land of Canaan, the lot of your inheritance, when they were but a few men in number.
Right.
Yea, very few, and strangers in it.
Right.
When they went from one nation to another, from one kingdom to another people.
Right.
He suffered no man to do them wrong.
Right.
Yea, he reproved kings for their sakes,
He reproved kings for their sakes, man.
saying, touch not mine anointed and do my prophets no harm.
Exactly, man. Because if they do the prophets harm, what's going to happen? That standard is going to be lifted up. Somebody give me the standard. The Lord is going to lift the standard against them. So this is why Esau, they try to be diplomatic and approaching us to a certain degree, but they really would like to come and take us out, which they're going to have to do it anyway, so that the Lord can get other things popping.
Right.
All right? Because we don't really care about this life. We don't really care about what's going on out here. Okay, if it's our time to go for the word of the Lord, we're willing to go there. Okay? We're the guys that are standing so stiffly for the word of the Lord. And nothing's going to have us falter under pressure. All right? We're not going to falter. We're going to stand here and proclaim the word of the Lord through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. Okay? And that's the name that we stand on. That's our foundation. Go on, bro.
Lord, peace.